Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome. So, that's the TSP team, and we would like to tell you a bit about the program. And after our presentation, our master engineer will tell you, yeah, that's it. He will tell you about the application, about the tool, how to use the program, how to make requests and so on. Yes, I love him, so I don't care. So, as a team, we're gonna share the presentation and questions after we finished, okay? So,
Who knows what travel support program is? Let me see your hands. Okay. So I don't have anything to say. Let's see. What is TSP? When you go to a meeting or in an event such this one, or to present something at another city, you pay your expenses from your pocket, all right? So you promote something that you don't have income out of it. We are here to help you, at least with a small amount, to pay your expenses, traveling and accommodation. What events do we cover? Conferences like this one, presentations, special days such as Software Freedom Day. All you have to do is to register your event. You see the wiki page there, advocate events. Usually the conference, such this one, is an extra budget, so you don't have to worry about it. Who can apply for a sponsorship? Usually advocates. How to become an advocate is over there. You see the wiki page. A member, again, you can see how you can become a member. People that contribute to open source, we have to ask you what you did all this time from for example, last OSC to this one, so we can sponsor you. Send us your request so you spread the word. And also ask for marketing promo materials. I think that it's not our responsibility, right? Okay. Some rules. So all the rules can be found at this wiki page. Read carefully before you apply, because there are some rules you have to follow. First of all, register your event, like I said before. Don't forget to hit, when you apply, don't forget to hit the submit button, because most of you say that I applied, but you didn't reply to me that I got sponsorship. Just submit the button. I think Anchor will tell you later about how to do it. Don't forget to send us receipts. Okay, 2 weeks after the event, if you don't give us the receipts, you don't get the money back. Write a report about your conference, the conference that you attended, and also apply for a presentation or a volunteer. We give you money, so you help organization of the conference. If TSP is true, I think this is for programmers, you know it more than me, go to the conference, either if you get money or not. Okay. Be careful. Don't ask for more money that you should spend. There are more people that we can sponsor. Also, if the approval is for an amount, don't spend less than this amount. Oops. How you can apply? First of all, you have to have a Connect account. Then you go to this URL and just apply for your event. fulfill all profile details. Some of them are on Connect and some of them are on TSP application. The procedure is written on this page, but Anchor will tell you later how to do it. And we finish with some fiscal details. Izabel can tell you more about it.
Just before, who knows the TSP program already? How many? Okay, so I can say out loud then. As you know, we have a quarter budget for OpenSUSE Travel Support Program. So SUSE sponsor us with some amount, and you need to use them per quarter. The thing is, when you have conference like OpenSUSE conference or summit, we have an extra budget, as Stat said. And then we try to make our best to have as many people as possible attending summit and conference. Some things that we have been facing for the past 3 years. Because TSP as a program has 2 years, right? No, officially. 2, yeah, close to 2 years. But we are working on something like this for the past 4 years, I believe, since 2011, 3 years and a half. Yeah, 2011, I think, yes. What's happened? When you apply for sponsorship, you must say where are you living, because we always check about your trip. We always going to find out if the amount that you are asking is a real amount. And we tend to decline people that try to over budget. I mean, if your trip should be something around like 400 euros, and then you put there 1,000, I'm sorry. Even having the budget, we will decline. Why is that? Exactly. Last year we did that. It's not a matter of money, it's a matter of trust. That's the point. So you guys know that you send some requests, and this conference was a bit different than before. The ones that used to ask for sponsorship knows that we try to make the approval biggest as possible. And this time we had to make a bit lower than we planned because we had more people. The point is, like this year, we had 25 people sponsored by TSP to come here. Last year, to go to OpenSUSE conference, we had 18 people, okay? We had more budget last year, so that's why we were able to sponsor like 80% of the trip, and this time we had to be in between 40 and 60%. It's a lot of money, we know, but to make it easier for everyone to come. Well, another thing, we cannot make reimbursement without receipts. Okay, it's not possible. There's no way. It's not because I don't want Statis, Marcel, or the past, me and Costas. It's because SUSE won't pay. They won't give us the reimbursement if you don't show the receipts. So, credit card bill is not a receipt, okay? That just shows us that you spend the money, but that's not what we need. That's why you need to keep your receipts, all of them. Sometimes for a few cents, we can cover the difference, but we need to stick at the amount that we approved, because you would say, okay, just 20 cents, but 10 times 20 cents is 200. You know, like, become a lot of money after. That's the point, you know, like many times, few cents would be a lot of money. So we cannot give the small difference, even small. So in some cases, we can work on this situation, because transfer money for Asia sometimes is really hard. So the whole bank system, we're going to lose a lot of money in between. So from our side, for people there to receive the money, so sometimes we can work with the difference, but we will try to stick it on the amount approved, okay? Another important thing, if you applied, okay, you were sponsored, and then the conference is here, you are here, but the conference has 5 days, and you are here for 2 days, okay, we're gonna reimburse you, but you will never get any support from us again. Be sure, we know people. We know each other, and if we don't know, someone else knows, okay? That's the point. So be fair with the project. This is not TSP money, this is not just Susie giving money, it's not just board money, this is community money. If you are here, someone else is not. So be fair with the money that you're getting, okay? So, about last year, I did a report at OpenSUSE conference. We had a lot of delays about the reimbursement. The reimbursement now, most of things are on track again. We don't want to have more than 40 days to reimburse you back. Might happen, but that's not the point. We will try to stick in 30 days, but max top 40 days, okay? We consider the last day of the conference until 2 weeks after the deadline for you to send your reimbursement request. Why is that? Because we have a long process after. We need to review all the receipts, everything, review the money, review the budget, send to Susie. Susie needs to approve. And after approved, need to check with OpenSUSE team inside Susie if everything is okay, if you're still having the budget, and then go to a payable department. So it's a long process. If you take too long, you'll be, instead of 40 days, you'll be, 10 months. So that's why we try to make all together. So we expect everyone to send to us in 2 weeks, and then we can work in all process together, and then send all the process to Susie, and then they will work at the same time, and then it'll be easier for all of us, okay? We had not a real late reimbursement from last conference. And I believe people that needed for summit had delay to get reimbursed too. So I'm sorry. This unfortunately happened. We hope this won't happen again. And I hope you guys still trust the program, okay? So, after all, OpenSUSE Summit, Consuline in Mexico, GSOC Summit, FOSDEN, Scale, Latinoware, and OpenSUSE Conference are the events that we sponsored since last July, okay? A total of 12 people for that event besides OSC. I'm sorry. I forgot to raise. Those are the countries that we had people participating at the conference and asking for support. It's really interesting because last year mostly were from Latin America. And now besides Latinoware, we had a guy going there to talking about OpenSUSE, just one, mostly from Europe. So we want to show that doesn't matter your country, doesn't matter where you live, everyone sometimes needs support. So it's not a blame, it's not a problem, no. And now, 25 people, it's a big deal because we're gonna have some summits around the world, and we will support summits in some place in the world, and then soon as released, you guys will be able to ask for sponsorship if you cannot go pay by yourselves, and then we will make our best to help you to attend this kind of event. Okay? Just to finish, we have, just for you to know, $5,000 per quarter. But in case of conference, like here, we increase the budget like 10,000 euros. If it's in Europe, if it's in US, it's $5,000. In Latin America, it's in dollars too. In Asia, we are under discussion about the amount. So that's it. I don't know if you have questions, please, besides the tool that Ankur will tell us later. Anyone? Any question?
Just one question here. You mentioned we have the travel support budget by quarter. Does it mean if the people attend the events and apply for travel support, which event happened at the beginning of this quarter, will got much more chance to get our support?
I can answer.
I would say that that's the thing is we try to list all the events around the world, at least most of the events, the famous events, something like that. So far, we have more budget than events attended, but the things might be changing anytime soon. So the quarter is not when we approve the request. The money used is about a mix between the quarter approved and the quarter that we will reimburse. So if your event is in 7 months from now, would be like 2 different quarters, you can be approved. So we need to take care of the moment of the reimbursement, not the moment of the request. Okay? If happen that we need to use a bit more of that budget, in any case, then the board can, our board, open source board can deal with the difference, trying to change a bit of the budget from one side for the other side, and so it's manageable. It's like 1,000 won't make difference. We can help, but the board will need to change few things to help us to be supporting conference. So won't change. That's not a problem. You can request anytime. And requesting earlier won't make you have approval to go.
Yeah, thank you. I ask this question just because when the people would like to apply for support from your team, I'm not sure he have idea about how many events or which events will happen in this quarter, actually.
Yeah, usually you just know the biggest events, right? But if you are thinking about small events, like, okay, someone from your team wants to go for a university to make a talk and make some party, like release party or something like that, of course it's not planned before. But that is a mix between marketing budget and TSP budget. So that's why we try to be sticky on our budget, and then if it's needed, the board can convene all the budget to make it easier for those, because it's more related to marketing than related to sponsor an event, someone to go to the event. So it's manageable. Okay, don't worry, we can do it.
Okay, I have a question. Yeah. Is my wife here?
No, no.
Okay, you can do that. So, it would be nice to say to people, if you know that, and I know that you know, so what are the criteria? Maybe you should like to explain the criteria of the sponsorship and the percentage of the sponsorship, because
That's important. Thank you.
The feeling around.
Okay, so to make easier, now we are 3 on the team, before just 2. So first, to take a decision who to sponsor, we vote. So we vote like, okay, let's see the contributions, let's see what the person is involved with, something like that. So first we make a scan to know about the person in open source life. That's what we do first. After that, we do all together. The thing is, if someone from, like I'm Brazilian, if someone from Brazil is making a request, I won't interfere in the process. So I won't vote for that person to not become like personal, or to bring my friend because I like my friend, I want my friend to the conference with me. So I cannot vote for someone from the same place, from the same country, okay? In this case, like now, we are 3, it's easier. But before, when it was me and Costas, we asked for the board to help us. So if like some Greeks applied, then I went to the board and say, hey, can you help me here? So that the board voted with me.
Instead of
Costas voting for Greeks. In Brazilian's case, was the same. That's why now we decide to have more spread, more wide chance of requests, okay? About the amount, it depends. Like if we have a rich event, we can go to up to 8%. If you don't have a rich event, that means you don't have much money, much budget for TSP, we try to make the best possible. Like, we are always in between. Okay, let's approve everybody with less money, or let's cut off some people and give more sponsorship. And our decision this time was to give less money, right? So, to bring more people. In the meaning of, here is a place that we don't have much open source around. It's a totally new land for us. So that's why it was important to bring more people instead of helping financially less people. So that was the deal here. So it depends. Like if it's an event in Nuremberg, we will probably care more about the ones that really need instead of the ones that, okay, let's bring more people. So would change the target about it, okay? What else we can say, Costas, about
Well,
the past? And now we are...
It's pretty important, my opinion is that it's pretty important for the people to know that anyone can apply.
Of course.
But they have to be really serious in what they will do. When someone is getting sponsored for an event, he's not actually getting paid to be there. It's nothing like that. He doesn't have to work. But it's important to be there, show his face, because the travel support program sponsor people to go to events to make OpenSUSE more visible. So exactly. once you go there, you're the only thing that the travel support program asks for you is to become an evangelist and try to attract people for the project. If you don't do that and you just sit in a booth or in a room hacking, travel support program, it's not for you. Don't get me wrong, hackers are needed. And if it's a technical convention or something like that, yes, you should do that. But when you are around the booth, you should act like an evangelist. Otherwise, SUSE gave OpenSUSE that money to start that program because they wanted to see more people around, not because they say one day, okay, let's help some guys that we know and we are friends
around the world.
To travel free.
Yeah.
It's very important for the people to understand that you're not obligated in doing certain things. It's not like OpenSUSE, it's your employer, but you have to act, you have to be grateful because it's a help, and if you get some, other won't. And it's more important to have more money to give to people to go to other conferences instead of giving, I don't know, half of the budget for someone to travel, for example, to China, and be in China and just have a nice trip, not doing anything, not helping the local team, because also one of the main reasons that travel support was created was to send people, to send open source people to other cities, countries, whatever, in order to help the local teams. We spend a lot of money, we send a lot of people to countries to help local teams grow, you know. And this is one thing, if you have the people that have more social skills when they are going to events like FOSDEM or whatever, we prefer to send more of the people that have social skills instead of hackers to FOSDEM, because, and another thing is that hackers will go to FOSDEM anyway.
Yeah, we
So-
don't need to help.
Yeah.
Just one thing. It's important to keep in mind, it's something really, I don't know the word to say, but it's something really delicate, might be. TSP is not a prize. And we had, like for Summit, a huge discussion about it before Summit. Like, okay, but we need to approve these requests. Why? Oh, because they helped us in that conference, they help us in Stallfest, they help us making, what's the name? Release party. But that's not just about that. If you are a volunteer, we believe you are not expecting to be paid to go there. That's the point. So, of course, we want you attending events to help us to spread, to know the difference between cultures. That's not because, okay, I did something now, I can fly away. I can have fun because I did already something. That's not the point. So please, keep in mind that if you were sponsored once, it's because you are important. It's not because you are getting the sponsorship as a prize, okay? Because for us, it's important that you know different cultures, different countries, different point of view to be helping the project. So for us, if you were there or if you go to other place, bring the memory, carry the luggage with your experience, okay? Don't think that, okay, I was sponsored because I deserve it. Yes, you deserve it, but you are sponsored because we want you around. We want your experience. We want your background to make the community grow, okay?
Yeah, I had a small question when you talk about the quartet. So you said you have an amount for a quartet. If you have money left in the quartet, can you give this money to buy, for example, marketing stuff? Or can you take the money to use it in the next quartet, or is it lost?
No, no. Now we are in a different path now. Because before, all the money was inside SUSE, deal in a different way. Like, okay, TSP, marketing, open source team, and so on. Now all the money is under open source board management. So then they tell us, okay, guys, you have like 5,000 to use this quarter, okay? The way that, like, I didn't use my money last quarter, the money that I would manage. I cannot use for the next quarter, me as TSP. If the board decide to manage and negotiate in a different way, it's up to the board, not up to TSP team. We cannot.
Another very important thing is time.
But
Yeah,
the board will say this kind of things about budget soon. They have everything open.
No, but for example, it means if you have events, very
lose it.
interesting events from
I
April
lost.
to June, and not from January to March.
I lost. If I
that's
do
what
not
we try
manage to have, if I don't have requests, like now, we have Linux tag happening now in May, okay? So how we deal with Linux tag? We as TSP save some money left to assure that we won't leave Linux tag uncovered.
This is what we fought for, but it never happened because some corporate politics and stuff.
But now, like as TSP, we can manage the money the best way we can. So inside our team, I'm the one responsible to manage the way to use the money. That's why I saved some to assure Linux tag covered,
And
because it's an important event.
Another very important thing is that when the travel support program asks for the receipts to be given in 2 weeks, okay, we have you is not we. Okay.
We.
The travel support program has some time. If you are late for a week, okay, it's manageable.
Organized.
But if you are late for, I don't know, a month or something, it's not travel support that won't give you the money. It's that SUSE.
No,
It's
in this case, it's the travel support. I want to work in your reimbursement.
yeah, but originally
And
because we had some
No,
problems.
because we
originally-
made a deal between OpenSUSE and SUSE.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would be working in reimbursement the whole year. Believe me, I had a case that a guy tried to get reimbursed 11 months after. 11. And the only thing that he had was a credit card bill, like, hey, but I was there. I know I saw you there, but I'm sorry.
And
So-
she asked again for reimbursement.
Yeah, that was funny at the time. So the thing is, in 2 weeks, we have time to rearrange the budget left if happen to to have another conference like now. We had budget without any use, just with 30% of usage before. But like now, we are completely done with the actual budget, including the conference budget. But we know that Linux tag is important, so some money is there, just to assure. But how can I do that? Because people managed to put Linux tag into OpenSUSE list of events. Otherwise, I couldn't see that far. So that's why it's important to always put the conference that you know that might happen, or if you are not sure, just copy the past year's events, put there as future events, and then you can have an idea.
Another thing, very important, don't overspend. You've been checked. If you want to catch the first class in an airplane,
We had this situation too.
yeah,
And it was funny because the supposed speaker was invited to be a keynote speaker. And then we said, well, welcome, please look for a trip, and then send us how much you spend. Okay, 3,000 flight. Okay, where are you flying from? I'm from here to here. That's too much. Well, I'm too tall. He is on my side. I'm too tall, so my legs, come on. Give him a break. And then it was pretty easy because I said, we approved the amount, the real amount, like how much it would cost. The guy was complaining, but then I talked to the organizer at the time, it was Brian, and Brian said, no way, even me with this tall wouldn't fly first class. So we talk between us. We talk between the conference organizers, summit organizers, the team. We talk between us. And be sure, we will try always to save OpenSUSE community money. It's more important to us to have more OpenSUSE people around than a widen speaker or whatever. We come first as OpenSUSE people, okay?
one last thing, taxis is not
Out of
tripping.
question. I don't care. Oh, okay, but if I need to
Remember,
park.
remember that guy that told us it's part of the trip. My
Yeah.
taxi is part
So
of the
walk.
trip.
Walk, I'm sorry. No, let me explain why. Might be strange, like, okay, cab is nothing, taxi is nothing, just 20 euros. Like, okay, my 20 euros to go, he's 20 euros, and his 20 euros is 60 euros. And then to drive back home, 120. Well, Might be sometimes one train ticket for someone to go to the conference and go back home. That's why. Okay. We don't cover visa as well. I'm sorry, I need a visa, someone else needs a visa. It's something that you need to invest. We cannot cover everything for you. And we don't cover food for one reason. You eat at home, right? So you eat anywhere else. Of course, in some place a bit more expensive with lousy food, but it's okay, eat pizza. It's the same all over the world. So, what else we had, like strange?
Yeah, I actually have another two questions, but I'm not sure if we would finish the last first.
No, okay.
The first question is, we have no idea about how did you decide if you have two applicants, how do you decide that I would support you or not? So I try to use an example to make my question more clear. There are two guys, they would attend the events, different events in the same quarter. The first candidate one is they do some contribution to the open source community, and they would do the presentation in event A. The other candidate B is he do much more contribution than A in the daily life, but he just would attend the events B without any presentation. How did you decide which one is more important to support in this case?
That's why we have a team, and the team look for the both contributions. And if you have none, or just quite few, we talk with people that work with this person inside the project to know how it goes. You know, it's like if the person is on RC and used to talk with someone else, we're gonna talk to this person and see how is the contribution. Because it's always, besides a huge conference like this, everyone's around. After the conference, you don't see a sign of people around. It's always like this, but we know who are they, you know, like they are there now, and we hope they still. But if I have just one amount of budget, we're gonna try to share, because for us, contributions are equally important. Of course, code is, because of the code, we are here, but code without be spreading around, there's no matter. So for us, it's equally important. So we'd prefer to share the amount that you have. We did that before, instead of pay for just one. Of course, if the guy A is the second event that he's going the same quarter, we would give the chance for the person B, because this one already was sponsored at the same quarter. So we're going to try to make a balance, otherwise it's not fair.
Yeah, that makes sense from my view. Thank you. The second question is, I attended the Open Source conference in the past few years sponsored by SUSE, because I'm a SUSE employee. So is it possible in the future I apply for the travel support as the SUSE employee?
Well, this is under discussion. And for us, first thing is important. About the budget, we are working about this subject. The board is talking with SUSE to make a decision. As a TSP, I don't know this team, but the old team, we agreed that doesn't matter if you are SUSE employee or not. You are open SUSE contributor. That's important for us. SUSE is our sponsor. That's all. You are open SUSE in any way. But some rules SUSE has, and they are dealing with that to help us. Always we're gonna try to tell you to talk to your management to see if you can have your management support. Because it's a matter of time, about your time outside the company, if you need to take holidays, or it's a day job outside, something like that. So it's more about you and your job first. Sometimes you can manage, like, okay, TSP cannot cover you, but we have a great board, and we have a chairman that's a SUSE employee that can help us as OpenSUSE to talk with, the other managements to try to approve your trip. So we have ways to do that, okay? So meanwhile, when it's not officially approved or not, that's the way that you can make it. We, as OpenSUSE TSP, can talk to our chairman inside the board, and he can talk to you and your manager to try to fix and help you to attend the conference. Remember, for us, you are not SUSE employee, you are OpenSUSE member.
The thing is that we use, at least what was in the beginning, travel support. SUSE employees used to take travel support program. The thing is that some of them abused this program, and that's why the managers told no SUSE employee will take TSP. I mean, when we started the program, yes, SUSE employees were around, and we gave money to SUSE employees when we started. But the sad fact is that there are some people that think tricky, and that's why all this happened. And honestly, we gave a lot of fights, me and Izabel, with the SUSE guys, so that we can sponsor SUSE guys, because, I mean, Henne, for example.
We want them here.
Yeah, we want Henne everywhere. But if his manager won't give him...
if he wouldn't give to him any chance, we'd like to help, if it was the case. It's not the case, but if it was the case. And because for us, any of us is or student or some company employee, and we don't know about their life. Maybe the guy has a huge salary, but he has 3 kids and expensive wife at home, and he needs help to attend the conference. So the point is, how can we help? But there's a conflict between the ideas, because maybe your manager believes that's not the best conference for you to attend. Maybe he thinks that, I don't know, you work in a different thing, and it would be better for him to sponsor you to go to another kind of conference. So mostly between you and your boss. Other people from other companies, they manage their holidays or vacations or days off to use it. And that's the situation, because somehow happened with some SUSE employees to to mix the idea, but I'm going to OpenSUSE conference, why I need day off to go? So that's why we lost the power to sponsor whoever we want. But won't be a problem. Our board is supporting us, so that's great. Please, any question? Okay. So, Marcel, then? So guys, we are here in any case, whatever you need, any doubts for the future, and about the application, Anchor will be here. You can poke him, and of course, it's a tool that is always with with improvement now. So the tool is pretty much like, it's not easy. It's not just about the tool. It would be much easier for us to deal with a tool that you can just go and press a button and everything's done. But it's a matter of money. We need to be careful. That's why it's so complicated to deal with the tool. Because if you do not pay attention how to make a request, how much, how to do it, about the exchange and everything else, you probably won't take care about the situation to be sponsored.
There's a picture at 3, right? Yeah, so you guys should come out and get a group picture. There's a group picture out there. So.
Thank you.